Hello dear traders, welcome to InstаForекс economic news channel. We are Kate Nidachina
and Anna Kasatkina.
You're watching a combined review of the currency and commodity markets for the past week.
Which trends dominated last week?
By the end of the last week, the greenback grew in relation to its major rivals. However, on Friday, the US dollar was falling. It was only at the end of the day that the currency managed to recover some losses.
What was the reason for such a dynamic?
The key driver was macroeconomic statistics released in the United States. The dollar has been trending up for the whole summer. Experts attribute this behavior to improvements in the US economic conditions. The Federal Reserve keeps trimming the stimulus and is set to hike the rates next year. Meanwhile, the ECB and Japan's central bank take their time to provide their plans regarding the monetary policy. Nevertheless, Friday's new jobs report indicated some pitfalls of the US economic growth. As it turned out, in August, the American economy added just 142,000 jobs, while economies had expected for a rise by 228,000. The euro versus the dollar declined to a 14-month low after the European Central Bank slashed the rate on Thursday and announced the quantitative easing start. In a week, the single currency wasted 1.36%, closing at $1.29.56. On Thursday, the euro cost $1.29.44. Moreover, the pound was severely pressed last week. So at the start of the week, the pound surged, yet the rally was short-lived amid news that 47% of voters want an independent Scotland. Even strong statistics unveiled on the following day failed to save the British pound. On Thursday, the pound was affected by a sell-off of euro-US dollar pair triggered by the ECB meeting minutes. On Friday, the pound sank from $1.63.44 to $1.63.26. During the whole week, the British currency slimmed by 1.6%. And that was all about the Forex trends.
Thanks for the Forex review, Anna.
You're welcome, Kate. What would you say about commodities?
Last week, gold futures were widely sold, while gold was more popular with the buyers than sellers.
And which events made investors behave like this?
The key factor was the employment report published in the United States. So oil futures were falling in price in concerns that the weak jobs report will decrease demand for black gold. WTI contracts for delivery in October cheapened by 1.2%. The futures dropped to $93.29 a barrel in New York, and the weekly drop acquired 2.8%. Brent futures for October delivery fell 1% to $100.82 a barrel. By the end of the week, Brent lost 2.3% of its value. Traders also paid attention to news about ceasefire in Ukraine, which mitigated the geopolitical risk to oil. At the same time, gold futures closed with a slight gain on Friday, pairing gains on a sad US jobs report. Gold for December delivery grew in price by 80 cents to $1,267.30 per ounce. The yellow metal was trading sideways for the most part of the last week, near its 11-week high. The weekly loss of this asset was 1.6%.
Kate, thank you for the glimpse into the situation on the commodity markets.
You're welcome, Anna.
This was the weekly review of the currency and commodity markets at InstаForекс TV channel.
It was presented to you by Anna Kasatkina
and Kate Nidachina.
Bye for now
and good luck!